Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. Today, our Ghosh class, we're going to, as always, focus on steady breath, steady movement. And some yoga classes, the more flowy ones, the idea is to link one breath to each movement and continuously moving. With the Ghosh lineage, the focus is very much on stillness. So move into the shape step by step with the correct engagement. We stay at that place where we can keep the breath smooth and steady, and we take our awareness within. So we look for stillness in the posture, and we look for stillness in between them as well. So paying careful attention to what parts of the body are engaged in each of the shapes that we make, and paying attention to how the breathing muscles are affected in each asana as well. Let's get the body moving and we'll have some fun. Starting off in a standing position. Grounding down through the feet, the big toes might be together with a little gap between the heels. Maybe you've got up to hip distance apart with the feet or somewhere in between. So find what's most stable, most grounding with the legs. A gentle pushing of the floor away, a little lift out of the waist. Feeling nice and light in the upper body. This stillness we come to in between each of the shapes. It's mostly our starting position in a lot of the postures as well. Starting with anatomical breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, filling up the lungs. Palms forward, gently draw the shoulder blades toward each other. Fill the lungs. And as you exhale out the mouth, tuck the chin to the chest, press the hands back, round the shoulders, draw the abdomen in. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, filling up the lungs gently. Draw the arms back, open the front body. Exhale out the mouth, chin to chest, press the hands back, rounding the shoulders. Keep grounding down through the feet. Inhale, palms forward, lift the chest, lift the chin, open the front body. Exhale, chin to chest. Press the hands back, keeping the spine nice and tall. Inhale, just moving the body with the natural rhythm of breath. Exhale. Let the air tumble out of the mouth, drawing the abdomen in to help the lungs empty. Press the palms back. Inhale. Exhale. Again, notice how the breathing muscles are affected. Inhale, feel the lungs. Gently drawing the arms back. And exhaling at the top of the inhale. Press the palms back, rounding the shoulders, spine tall. Last couple of breaths. Gently filling the lungs. The belly's fairly relaxed here to help the lungs fill. Exhale, tuck the chin, press the hands back. Now drawing the abdomen in, emptying the lungs. Last breath in. Easy exhale. And when you've finished, just gently standing tall once more. Warming up with a sun salute. So we'll stand at the top of the mat. Again, choose the distance between your feet if you weren't already at the top of the mat. Hands come together at the heart space. Inhale, arms up over the head. Cross the thumbs, keep squeezing the palms together. We'll lift the chest, lift the chin away from the chest. Exhale, gently relax the head back. The arms come up and back, gentle extension of the spine. And if the back's not happy, hands might come and stay back at the heart space instead. Inhale, lift the chest. Roll the weight into the heels. Looking back, let the head go. One more breath into the front of the lungs. Exhale, staying there. Let the inhale draw you back up. Abdomen pulls in, hinge from the hips coming down, placing the fingers on the floor as we fold forward. Palms flat on the floor so you can really bend the knees as much as you need. Let the weight come into the hands. Feel the upper body engage as you push the floor away. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift the hips. Draw the forehead toward the knees, rounding the back. Let the weight come to the toes. Keep the chin glued to the chest. It's a little tricky for me to talk and do that at the same time. And keep that breath flowing. Inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, lift the hips. Feel the opening along the back of the legs, forehead to knees. And the next exhale, sit down on the heels, coming onto the balls of the feet. Push the floor away with the hands. Shoulders come away from the ears. So balancing here, knees together and forehead to the knees. Inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, stepping the right foot back into a lunge. Forehead staying toward the knee. Exhale, pull the abdomen in. Inhale, look forward, create length in the spine. Let the weight come into the right hand as you step the left foot back into the high plank, top of a push-up. Side plank, shift the weight into the left hand, stack the right foot on the left foot. Inhale, right arm opens the chest to the ceiling. Head and chest back, looking up. Optional, of course, just gazing wherever the neck's happy. If this is a little strong, you can come down on the bottom knee, or if the wrist isn't happy, you can come down on the forearm. On the next exhale breath, looking down, right hand comes down, balance the weight evenly between both sides. Shift the weight into the right for the other side. Stack the left foot on the right, inhale, left arm opens the chest. Head and chest back, maybe looking up. So keep pushing the floor away with the bottom foot and the bottom hand. Breathe into the center of the lungs. Stay for the exhale, you got it. And on the next breath, left hand down, back to the top of our push-up. You do have the option to come down onto the knees if that's of assistance for you. Otherwise, weight forward, bend the elbows, hovering the body parallel to the floor. Staying here. Look forward, scoop the body forward, push the floor away, lift the chest. The thighs are off the floor, the hips are pushing down, upward dog. Inhale into the front of the lungs. Stay for the exhale, feel that opening front side. On your next exhale breath, tuck the toes under, lift the hips, draw the abdomen in, coming into downward dog. You might pedal the feet here. Keep pushing the floor away with all 10 fingers spread wide and pushing down with the knuckles as well. Paying attention to the thumb and the pointer finger, so the arms are nice and strong. The head relaxed, just gazing towards the feet. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Exhale, maybe sinking the heels down a little closer toward the floor. Feel that opening along the back line of the body. Looking forward, draw the abdomen in. Right foot steps forward in between the feet. Back to our lunge. Looking forward, create that length in the spine. Got it. You're going to come out the reverse way, so draw the abdomen in, forehead to the knee, round the back. Keep pushing the floor away with the hands. Left foot steps forward next to the right. Sit down on the heels once more. Push the floor away with the arms nice and straight. Inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, pull the abdomen in. As you bring the heels down, straightening the legs. Keep the forehead to the knee. Keep the palms flat on the floor. So again, bend the knees as much as you need to. Keep that compression in the throat. The breath is still flowing. Lift the hips. How does this feel on the second time around here? Do we feel a little more space in the back body? So come out, look forward. Bend the knees, draw the abdomen in, palms together. Inhale, back up. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, relax the head back. Arms up, palms together. Arms back, extending the spine. Feel that opening front side. Hips forward, lift the chest. Roll the weight into the heels as you push the floor away with the feet. Smooth breath in. Exhale, extend the spine. Reaching back. Let the next inhale draw you back up. Hands down to the heart space. And then down by the side. Standing tall. Moon salute. Inhale, arms up over the head. Choosing the grip with the hands, so maybe fingers interlaced, thumbs crossed, maybe we're holding onto a wrist. Take your pick. Relax the neck and shoulders down. Inhale, lift the chest. Arms and chest up and over to the right. Gently push the hips to the left. Feel that opening down the left side of the torso. Keeping the hips even, the shoulders even here. Keep pushing the floor away with the feet as you lift the chest. Arms up and over. Gently pushing the hips to the left. Change. Let the inhale draw the upper body up. Feel the lungs. If we're holding a wrist, swapping over the hands. Lift the chest. And as you exhale, arms and chest up and over to the left. Hips gently to the right this time. Making sure there's no twists or kinks in the spine. We're pretending we've got a pane of glass stuck in front and in behind the body. Inhale into the right lung. Exhale, arms up and over that little bit more. Feel the compression left side of the torso. Change. Inhale, drawing back up. Palms come back together for our next back bend. Again, if you prefer hands at the heart space or low back for a more supportive version, the choice is absolutely yours. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, relax the hip back. Keep that chest lifted. Arms up, arms back. Gentle extension of the spine. If anything jamming or pinching, we've gone a little far. Draw the inhale into the front of the lungs. Exhale, extending the spine. Keep that beautiful back bend, chest lifted. Inhale, slowly coming back up. We'll bend the knees, coming down once more, placing the fingertips on the floor. Give the hips a little wiggle. Bend the knees, pedaling the feet. And then sliding the hands down the calves behind the legs, aiming to grab the ankles from the inside. So make a little C grip with the hands, thumbs on the outside. Might be more appropriate to hold the backs of the calves. Wherever you've gently got your grip. Exhale, lift the hips. Use the biceps to gently pull here. Inhale, look forward, create length in the spine. Exhale, stretch the body down. You want to reach the top of the head towards the toes. Stomach is glued to the thighs and chest is glued to the knees. You bend the knees as much as you need to compress the front side. Exhale, lift the hips. Let the weight roll to the toes as you stretch the body down using your abdominal strength. Inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, fold. Come out, look forward, palms together, inhaling back up. Finishing our moon salute with some triangles, big step with the legs, reach the fingers in opposite directions. Right toes turn to the right, bend the right knee, and sink the hips down. Hips push forward, lift the chest, engage the triceps. You can stay right here, feeling that power in the left. Inhale, just move the arms. Right arm down, left arm up. Bring the right wrist to the inner right knee. You want to keep the spine long, so for some, we might come down a little lower, bringing the elbow to the inner knee, as long as you don't curve the spine or lose engagement in the legs and hips. Head and chest back, an option to look up to the ceiling. Keep stretching the arms up and down. Breathing into the center of the lungs. Change. Inhale, come up with the arms, straighten the leg, right toes in, left toes out. Bend the left knee and sink the hips down. Hips push forward, lift the chest, spine staying tall in the center of the body. Inhale, just move the arms. Left arm down, right arm up. Bring somewhere between the left wrist and the left elbow to the inner knee. Head and chest back, looking up. Reach the arms up and down, feel that opening between the shoulders. Gently push the rib cage down. Find that power in the bent leg. Ground the outside of the right foot down. Is your breath still steady and smooth out the nose? Change, come up with the arms, straighten the left leg, left toes in. Arms up over the head. Heel and toe the feet to a medium step apart for separate leg head to knee. Keep the palms squeezing together and arms with the ears. Pick up the toes, turn on the heels to the right. Front toes are straight ahead, back foot's at a rough 45-degree angle. Hips are even, so right hip back, left hip forward, keeping the hips and shoulders square, spine tall in the center. Exhale, chin to chest, look at your abdomen, pull it in. Exhale, curl down, roll down, dive to the floor. push the floor away with the tips of the fingers. You have the option to separate hands on either side of the foot if that's of assistance. Exhale, forehead to knee. If forehead and knee aren't touching, bend the knee. If they're not touching still, that's fine. Keep the chin to the chest. Feel that gentle pressure in the throat, round the back. Inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, pull the abdomen in towards the spine, rounding the back. Stay with the sensation, you got this. Come out, hands together, hips push forward, rolling up bottom to top. Chin untucks last. Feel that release in the throat. Pick up the toes, turn all the way to the left. Same positioning with the feet. So back foot's roughly 45-degree angles, making sure there's no twist in the knee. Left hip back, right hip forward. Chin to chest, look at your belly as you pull in, and as you exhale, curl down, roll down like you're diving to the floor. Start with the arms and the head and the shoulders, up and back. Push the floor over with the fingertips, forehead to the knee. Again, seeing how it feels to bring a little bit more weight in the front leg. We must keep the chin to the chest and the forehead toward the knee. Having that leg straight is secondary. We use the abdominal strength to round the back towards the sky. There's no weight in the fingertips. Keep breathing. So come out, hands together, hips push forward, roll up bottom to top. Pick up the toes, just a little quarter turn to bring the feet together, and float the arms down. Coming to stillness, resisting the urge to fidget or tense anything. Can we just notice what's happening within? That strong compression front side has been released. Blood pressure is returning to upright. Preparing for a balancing series. I'm kicking off with awkward. I'll turn to the side just to show you from this angle. We'll have hip distance between the feet. Inhale, arms up, parallel to the floor. Reach the fingers forward, but relax the shoulder blades down the back. As you exhale, hips back, sit down. You're sitting in an invisible chair, lifting the chest. And the spine is on a bit of a diagonal. The thighs might be parallel to the floor. You might be a little higher in a bar stool. You want to keep engagement in the abdomen. So if your abdomen's engaged, the thighs are strong, you feel that heat in the legs, you're doing it. Tighten those triceps, squeeze the fingers together. Change, and now coming back up. Come right up on the tippy toes, lengthen through the crown of the head. Second part. If the knees aren't happy in this part, just go do a second set of the first. Exhale, hips back, shoulders back. Keep in there on the balls of the feet. We sit down in the chair once more. This time, the spine is neutral and tall, so no leaning forward. Push the shins forward. Keep the chest lifted. Arms engaged. So invite all those wobbles and shakes. It means you're working the right area. Focus forward. Change. And now coming back up, heels down. Third part, knees come together. Weight comes forward towards the toes. For some of us, the heels lift off the floor a little bit naturally. As you exhale, slowly come down. All the way down like your back sliding down an invisible wall to sitting on the heels. Keep the knees together and forward. Keep the arms engaged, but the neck and shoulders relaxed. Abdomen gently pulling in and up. Find your balance here. Notice the breath as it enters and exits the body. Feel that heat building up inside. Feel that warmth. To come out, separate the knees. Lean forward a little. And slowly, gently come back up. Heels down and arms relax down by the side. Standing head to knee. Breaking them down into tiny little steps, especially these next few. They're going to get the heart pumping, the lungs working. Staying at that point with correct engagement and steady breath will bring us far more benefits. Push the floor away with the left foot. Feel the upper left leg engage, the left hip getting strong. Tiny bend in the left knee to protect the joint. Right leg lifts, abdomen pulls in. You can stay here, feeling that standing leg and hip getting strength. If we're going further, round down, interlace the fingers at the ball of the foot, Relax the thumbs on top of the foot and standing tall once more. Push the floor away with the pad of the left leg or the left foot. What's with my words today? If we can balance here, slowly, gently, right leg extends, lift the chest. Your right leg can be as bent as you need while you're working through it. Once we have both legs straight, exhale, bend the elbows down, round the spine forward using your abdominal strength. Now, if both legs stay straight, you might bring the chin to the chest and the forehead to the knee. No skipping steps to get there. Keep the standing leg and hip strong. Keep breathing. Change, head up, arms straight, bend the knee, leg down. For the other side, we'll shift the weight into the right leg. Abdomen pulls in, left leg lifts. Round down, interlace the fingers at the ball of the foot. Relax the thumbs on top of the foot. Standing tall. Check in with the standing leg. You're grounding evenly through the base of the big toe, the pinky, and the heel. If your standing leg and hip are strong, exhale, left leg extends. Keep the chest up and engagement front side. Abdomen pulling in. If both legs stay straight, bend the elbows down, round the spine forward over the left leg. Keeping that breast steady as it's smooth. For the last part, chin might come to the chest and forehead to the knee. Keep breathing. Check in with your foundation, your standing leg. Need to come out. Lift the head, lift the chest, bend the knee. Leg down. Ooh. Should be feeling nice and warm after that one. Standing bow, working a back bend into balancing. Right hand up, thumb points back. Keep the elbow close to the body and let the right hand come down without turning the wrist. Push the floor over with the left leg strong and steady. Right foot lifts up into the open hand. Knees together, left arm up. Push the floor over the standing foot. Exhale, kick the right foot back and up. Kick, 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 kick. When you can't kick anymore, reach forward with the left hand. You might tilt from the pelvis. Don't lose any of that beautiful back bend you've created. So keep kicking back and up toward a standing splits. At the same time, bring the right hip down in line with the left. Feel this in the back and in the pelvis. Stretch forward, kicking back, kicking up. Change, keep the leg down to come back up. Feel that rush from one side of the body to the other. Or the other side, left hand up, thumb points back. Let the hand come down. The floor is being pushed away by the right foot, the right leg strong. The left hand holds the left ankle from the inside. Knees together, right arm up, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, kick the left foot back and up, kick, 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 kick. Feel the back bend. Reach the right fingers in the opposite direction of the left knee. So keep your kick strong. That's the foundation of the posture. Chest forward, kicking back. Find that balance between ease and effort, between kick and stretch. Kick up one more time. Change, keep the leg down to come back up. Feel that release. Balancing stick. Step to the back of the mat if we're not there already. Inhale, arms up over the head. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, thumbs cross. So keep the palms squeezing together and arms glued to the ears. Right foot steps forward, hips push forward. Our right ankle, knee and hip are all lined up. Our center of gravity is solid in that front leg. Point the left toes, engage the left leg. Exhale, tilt, 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 tilt. Arms, head, leg, everything becoming parallel to the floor. If the back's not happy here, hands can come to the heart space or be supporting the standing thigh. Keep pointing the left toes back. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head. Keep squeezing the palms together and arms with the ears. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, slowly come back up. Keeping the arms there if we can. Last side, left foot forward, Hips push forward, engage the limbs. So glue the arms into place. The tighter the limbs, the easier it is. Exhale, tilt from the pelvis. Body comes down as the leg comes up. We only come down as far as we can keep a stretch equally in opposite directions. So if we're flopping, we've gone too far. Again, readjusting the hands if that's going to be more supportive. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. Pull the abdomen in. Hips in line. Body down. Leg up. Stretch. Stretch. Change slowly. Come back up. And floating the arms down. Feel that heat. Coming back to steady exhale breath, slowing things back down. Feel that circulation all throughout the body. Separate leg stretching will slow things down. Big step between the legs. Wider can be better here for many of us. Toes point straight ahead, or maybe the toes turn in just a little bit, pigeon toeing the feet. Arms reach out to the side. Tighten the triceps. But keep the neck soft. As you exhale, pull the belly in, look forward, we fold in half, keeping the back nice and long. Hands on the floor in front of you. You can bend the knees here. It can be nice to give the hips a little wiggle, just looking for any sticky spots that might need attention. Option 2, grab the ankles from the outside. For some, it might be more appropriate to hold the backs of the calves. Wherever you have your grip, exhale, lift the hips. Let the weight come to the toes, so hips go over the heels. It's like we're going to do a roly-poly, but without falling forward. Exhale, reach the chest to the floor. Let the chest lead the way, the forehead coming down as well. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Fold the pelvis over the legs. Now, if your legs are straight, you might bend the elbows to the shins for a little more depth. If you feel that opening along the back of the legs, the back of the body, you're doing it. No forcing the hamstrings here. Inhale. Exhale, fold, reaching the top of the head to the floor. Exhale, fold. Change, look forward. Arms out to the side, draw the shoulder blades together as you reverse swan dive back up. Heel and toe the feet to a small step apart, arms over the head. As you step the feet together, float the arms down, stand tall. Stand in stillness, stand in softness. And tree pose and toe stand, then we're down on the floor for the rest of class. Shift the weight into the left leg, push the floor away, upper left leg engages. Right leg lifts, right knee out to the right. Feel this as a rotation, an outward rotation of the hip. Hold the foot from underneath with the left hand, heel to the groin. Gently guide the knee back. You want to feel an opening on the inner leg, the groin, a half lotus tree. Focus is always on the hip opener. If the knee is twisting, then we place the foot on the inner leg instead. Same hip opening benefits, but we protect the knee. Pay attention and be aware of the sensation you're feeling. Hands might come to the heart space one by one, but if the foot slips, keep holding in the foot with the left hand. Crown tall, spine long, focusing on one point as we breathe. We stay here for tree, but if there's any toe standers in the room, your heel must stay at the groin or by itself. Bend the knee, hinge from the hip, and start coming down. Fingers to the floor. Then we heavily bend the knee, sit down on the heel, rested under the opposite hip. Fingers on either side of the body, lengthen through the crown of the head. In toe stand, our gaze is looking down towards the floor. Keep drawing the knees toward each other. Maybe those hands come back up to the heart space. Find that stillness, whatever shape you're in. Notice the inhale filling up the center of the lung. To come out, fingers on the floor, straighten the leg, keep a little bend in the knee to protect the joint as we come back up. The abdomen's pulled in. Right leg lifts, leg down, stand tall. Last side, push the floor away with the right foot, left leg lifts, left knee out to the left, hold the foot from underneath. Bring the heel to the groin, guiding the knee back. Again, this side can be quite different to the other, so make sure the hips even, shoulders even, spine tall, and there's no twist in the knee. If there's any pressure from the left foot, we want it to be going against the inner leg, so nothing pushing down on top of the thigh. Hands might come to the heart space, lengthen the spine, find your softness here, find your stillness. Keep grounding down through the standing foot. Any toe standers, bend the knee in from the hip and bring the fingers down. Fingers touch the floor, bend the knee heavily, sit down, rest the heel under the opposite hip, balance on the fingertips on either side of the body. Keep the knees toward each other and left knee down so it becomes more in line with the right knee. Hands might come to the heart space. Steady focus. Steady breath. What do we feel here? So come out, hands on the floor, straighten the leg, and come back up, abdomen pulling in. Left knee lifts, leg down, arms down. We're coming to the floor for a little bit of an arm balance. We'll play with palm stand. If you've got blocks or books or anything solid, we can use them to assist to raise the floor up. Otherwise, the hands just go straight on the floor instead. No worries at all. But if you have your blocks or firm props underneath, we have the hands next to the hips, legs together, point the toes and squeeze the legs toward each other, contract the thighs. So the legs are solid, one piece. Push the floor away with the hands. Feel the serratus anterior, the chest, the arms engaged. Exhale, hips back and up. So pull the hips back and up to the back of the room. Keep the legs strong. Feel the abdomen engage, the hip flexors. You might bring one heel off the floor and back down. You might bring the other, and maybe you lift both off the floor. The legs parallel. Nice. Keep breathing. Keep the front side engaged. And when you're ready, slowly come back down. Recline straight onto the back. A very well-deserved Savasana here. After that full engagement, we look for 100% softness, stillness in the body. Letting everything rebound, rebalance. So is there anywhere you're still hanging on to a little tension? Can you soften? Letting go of it with the exhale breath. Now we might be tempted to breathe out the mouth, but if we can have the exhale out the nose, it really does help to slow and calm everything down. In particular, tapping into the parasympathetic nervous system, helping us rest. When removing pose, right leg lifts, interlace the fingers on the shin, cross the thumbs. Draw the right knee towards the right chest, the right shoulder. When you've got resistance with the hands, gently push the hips down. You want to feel compression run across the low belly. Neck soft, shoulders relaxing down. Drawing the inhale into the low belly, breathing smooth. Change. Right leg down. Left leg comes up. Interlace the fingers on the shin, cross the thumbs. Draw that left knee towards the left chest. Again, nothing sharp, nothing pinching in the hip. It might be quite subtle, or it might be quite strong, this compression sensation. Gently push the hips down as you exhale. The left foot soft, soften those toes. Right heel might extend towards or away from the body to ground the right leg down. Breathing smooth. Breathing deep into the belly. Change. Left leg down, so bring the foot to the floor, then slide the leg out. Exhale, draw the abdomen in, lift both legs up, bend the knees, and aim to hold the opposite elbows over the legs. So you might be hugged in tight. You might have a much looser ball depending on the hips and what they're asking today. Exhale, sink the hips down. Relax the neck and shoulders down. Feel traction here across the spine and the back of the neck. Let the breath be deep, again into the abdomen. Inhale, rise as the belly, compressing them against the thighs. Exhale, gently sinking the hips, giving ourselves an abdominal massage. So good for our digestion, our absorption, and elimination. To come out, release the grip on the legs, keep the knees bent, feet straight to the floor, then release the legs down one by one so we protect the back as we come out. Notice the energy returning to the groin, the hips, the abdomen. Now it's time to work the abdomen in a roll up or a sit up. So heels touch, flex the feet, contract the thighs. Chin to chest, shoulders off the floor, reach the hands to the feet, palms face each other. So inhale, arms to the ears. Feel the abdomen engage a little more. Exhale, roll up, keep the arms with the ears as you sit up. Grab the toes, fold in half. And moving on to our back strengthening series, starting with Cobra. Hands underneath the shoulders, close to the chest. Stretch the elbows down towards the hips. The legs might be together or maybe there's a gap between them. Stretch the elbows down towards the hips, so feel the shoulders drop down. As you exhale, push the floor away with the legs so the legs are strong and stable base. Heel the chest off the floor using your back, your glutes. Keep stretching the elbows down towards the hips. Chin away from the chest as you look up. Lift up. Use your entire back here. Keep rolling the weight into the pelvis. Keep breathing, you got this. Exhale, slowly coming down. Half locust, arms down by the side, palms flat to the floor and thumbs to the outside. You might choose to keep the arms in this position or tuck in the toes under and bring in the hands underneath the body, but keep the palms flat to the floor and thumbs to the outside. So again, if this is painful for the wrists or the elbows, bring the arms outside of the body. Looking down towards the floor, or maybe bringing the chin forward as long as you're not jamming the neck. Relax the left leg. Right legs engage, point the right toes. Contract the right thighs, you lift the right leg off the floor. Roll the weight into the chest. Push the floor away with the arms. Keep the left leg soft as the right leg comes up about 45 degrees, a little higher than we think. Leg up. Keep breathing. Change. Right leg comes down, soften it. Keep it passive now. Point the left toes, contract the left thigh. Lift the left leg up with the inhale. Shoulders down. Roll the weight into the chest. Use your back to lift the left leg higher. Keep the hips even so they're not rolling to the side. Legs straight. Toes pointed. Change, let the left leg come down. Our gaze is looking straight down to the mat for both legs. Zip up the legs, point the toes, keeping the head still. Exhale, lift both legs up. Roll the weight into the chest. Keep pushing the floor away with the arms, there your levers here to help the legs come up. Kick the legs back and up. Keep breathing. Change, slowly come down. Release the arms from underneath the body. Feel that rush of energy to the fingertips. Arms out to the side. Reach the fingers in opposite directions. Zip up the legs, point the toes. Use your entire back of body here. As you exhale, arms, chest, legs, everything comes off the floor. Just balancing the weight on the hip bones. Chin away from the chest. Shoulder blades draw together as the arms come back and up. Lift up. Reach the highest point at the end. Use your whole back body here. Change, slowly come down. Bow pose, our last back strengthener. Bend the knees, grab the feet from the outside just below the toes. The arms straight, wrists are straight, shoulders relaxed. Feet, hands, knees all roughly hip distance apart. As you exhale, kick the legs back and up. Kick, 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 kick. Roll the weight into the pelvis and the legs. Chest forward. The breath is flowing, just little sips of air. The breath will be shallow on the belly, but keep breathing. Kick back, kick up. Let the legs do all the work here. But use the glutes and back to assist. Kick up one more time. Change, slowly come down. Release the grip on the legs. Turn the head to one side as you soften completely. A well-deserved Savasana here. Sometimes when we have back pain, we think we might need to keep stretching. But sometimes that can lead to more discomfort. A lot of times we overlook strengthening the back. So this series brings a lot of benefit to our posture and so great for eliminating back pain. Let the belly breath massage the back. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Contract the thighs. Doing a little push-up, however a push-up looks to you, to sit down on the heels. Coming into half tortoise, nice forward fold after our backward bending. Draw the knees together, hips with the heels, arms over the head, palms together, cross the thumbs. And keep the arms with the ears here. As you exhale, reach the chest forward beyond the knees. Little fingers come down toward the floor, forehead relaxes down as well. So keep those palms squeezing together. The arms are straight for many of us. But see how it feels to bring a little bend in the elbows. You might target some sticky spots in the shoulder blades or down the back. Inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, sink the hips. To come out, squeeze the palms together, arms with the ears, hips with the heels. Inhale that length from tailbone to fingertips. Floating the arms down. Camel pose, stand up on the knees. Hip distance between the feet. Hands on the hips, thumbs to the outside, draw the elbows toward each other. So feel that chest opening, that heart space opening already. Exhale, hips push forward, stack them on top of the knees. The belly stays fairly relaxed, but the hips stay strong and where they are. Inhale, lift the chest to the ceiling. Exhale, hips push forward. Inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, lift the chin away from the chest, feel the length in the neck, and relax the head back, let it go. Eyes open, looking behind you, stay here for a couple of breaths. Hips forward, lift the chest. You might bring the hands down to the heels one by one, fingers on the inside, thumbs on the outside. Grab the heels and push the chest to the ceiling. If the back's not happy, keep the hands on the low back for support. Inhale into the front of the body. Exhale, let the head soften back. Feel the stretch in the throat, the chest, the whole front body. Keep grabbing the heels strong. You might even push the shins away or push the shins into the floor. Change, hands on the hips. We roll back up, bottom to top, and sit down on the heels. We'll go straight into our rabbit, our next one, our biggest heart opener, followed by our biggest front side compression and rounding of the back. Hands to the feet. Same grip as before, thumbs on the outside, fingers on the inside. Chin to chest, keep it there. Draw the abdomen in as you curl up into a tight ball. Forehead presses toward the knees. Forehead is toward the knees, so make sure the forehead's not touching the floor. The top of the head might touch the floor, but see how it feels to have it hovering just over the floor. There's less pressure in the neck. or zero pressure in the neck. If we can't grab the heels firmly here, place the hands on either side of the knees, same benefits. If we've got that grip on the heels, exhale, pull, lift the hips, rounding the back to the sky. The thighs become perpendicular. Squeeze the arms into the legs to activate the chest. Exhale, pull on the heels, lift the hips as you press the forehead toward the knees. Chin's glued to the chest. Round the back. Exhale, pull the abdomen up towards the sky. Keep the breath flowing, you got this. Exhale, pull. Come out, pull the hips back down to the feet. Unkill the spine. The head comes up last. We roll over the hips to one side. Coming into our head to knee. Right leg out to the right, bend the left leg. Place the sole of the left foot against the inner thigh. So squeezing the foot into the thigh, make a roughly 90-degree shape with the legs. Arms up over the head, interlace the fingers, lift the chest, turn to the right, tuck the chin. And as you exhale, roll down, curl down, forehead to knee. Fingers interlaced at the ball of the foot. Relax the thumbs on top of the foot so we're not tempted to pull with the neck or shoulders. If forehead and knee aren't touching, bend the knee up to meet the forehead. You can bend it as much as you need. Just working on straightening the leg over time. And when that leg is straight, you might exhale, bend the elbows down, hugging them in and around the right calf. Rounding evenly over your right leg, so it might mean left elbow down, left shoulder down a little more than the right. Feel it out. Inhale into the back of the lungs. Exhale, draw the abdomen towards the spine, round the back. Change, uncurl bottom to top. Head untucks last. We'll see if we can switch the legs over without using the arms. Drawing the right knee down, create that pressure on the inner thigh with the legs. Turn to the left, tuck the chin, and as you exhale, roll down, forehead to the knee. Keep the eyes open, looking at the belly. Forehead and knee are touching and your leg is straight. Bend the elbows down, hugging the elbows in toward your calf. Rounding the spine evenly. So this might mean left temple to left inner knee. Might be forehead to knee. Feel it out. We're all a little different in our bone structure. So your practice is unique to your body as well. Draw the breath into the back of the lungs. Exhale, forehead comes a little higher up the leg toward the thigh. Really round the back. Change, inhale, curl back up. Legs out in front. We'll lie down on the back for a little sit-up, rebalancing the pelvis. Heels touch, flex the feet, contract the thighs. Chin to chest, shoulders off the floor. Reach the hands to the feet, keep the arms and upper body off the floor. Inhale, arms to the ears, keep the arms there now. Exhale, sit up, roll up, fold in half, elbows down. Stretching, you make 2 peace fingers with the hands, grab the big toes with the fingers. Palms face each other, lift the chest. Some people like to have the legs touching. I like a little gap between them. If you need to bend the knees to keep the spine long, then go for it. From here, we're just working on straightening the legs over time. And keep the chest up. Flex all 10 toes back towards you. Feel that lengthening underneath the backs of the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. You might bend the elbows down to fold a little deeper. You want to fold the pelvis over the legs, keeping the back nice and flat. So think about keeping the spine long, more so than the depth here. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Keep the legs engaged. Feel that lengthening, opening along the back line. Inhale. Exhale, fold. You can stay here if this feels beautiful, or explore rounding the back or letting the forehead relax to the knees. This might take the sensation into different parts of the back line of the body. Find the sticky spots and breathe into them. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. breath flowing. Change, rolling back up. Give everything a little wiggle. Come into butterfly, gently opening the hips, bringing the soles of the feet together, and bringing the heels close to the groin for this one. You might choose to have the fingers resting on the toes. We want the chest to stay high and the shoulders over the hips. So if you find you're falling backwards, you can bring the hands behind you for support. Feel that opening of the inner legs as you draw the knees down towards the floor. If you've got the hands on the toes and the spine is long, this is comfortable. You might fold forward, rounding forward, bringing the forehead toward the toes, and using your elbows to gently push the legs apart. Exhale, fold. Breathing into the groin. Inhale, breath lifts you back up. We'll come onto the hands and the knees into our pigeon. Starting from here, bringing the right knee to right wrist. Right ankle might come up towards the left wrist. But if the knee is twisting, just bring the right heel close to the groin instead. We walk the left leg back to become heavy in the hips. We don't want anything heavy in that front knee. Hips as even as can be. Hands might come to either side of the body. So we balance on the fingertips. Now you might feel a tension, a tug across the left hip flexor or the top of the left thigh. You might stay here, or if the invitation is there, coming forward onto the forearms might be a nice little release of the low back. From here, the invitation might be to recline completely down to the floor. Again, checking where the weight of the body is, making sure it's in the hips and not the knee. You feel an opening across the right glute, the outer right leg. Breathing into the sensation. To come out and bring the hands back up, lifting the chest. Tuck the left toes under. Lift the hips just enough to bring the right foot back, like we're coming back into that top of the push-up. Bring the left knee to left wrist. Left ankle might come up towards the right wrist as we swap sides. Walking the right leg back. Sink down into the hips, nice and heavy in the hips. Hands to either side of the body and lift the chest, lengthen. A couple of breaths here. And maybe coming down to the forearms. Maybe folding over the left leg. Breathing into the left glute, the outer left leg. Exhale, let the hips melt down. Checking in with the shoulders, make sure we're not holding any tension there. Is the jaw soft? When you're ready, coming back up, we'll just roll over the left hip, the bent leg in front. Bringing the legs together in front of you. Coming into a reverse twist. So we'll bend the left knee, left heel close to the right hip over the right foot over the left knee corner, I should say. Both hips even and comfortable on the floor. Left hand behind the back. Gently push the floor away to lift the chest. Right arm hugs the outside of the right leg and right hand holds the left knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn and twist. Look over your left shoulder. So twist the spine from the bottom to top. Inhale into the center of the chest. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Unraveling. We'll switch the legs over. Right leg under, left foot over. Now if your right knee is not happy, just have the right leg straight out in front. We can even do this with both legs straight in front if that's more appropriate. So right arm behind the back, lift the chest. Left arm hugs the outer left leg and left hand holds the right knee. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist from the heart space. We twist away from the legs. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, neck and shoulders down. Twist, twist. Change, unravel. Reclining down on the back. And taking a reclining twist to wind down our practice. Hugging the knees into the chest. We keep the right knee hugged in, left leg comes down to the floor. Left hand guides the right knee over to the left. It doesn't have to go anywhere near the floor, but we want to keep both shoulders on the floor instead. So right shoulder down, right arm out to the side. Exhale, keep some pressure or resistance on the right leg with the left hand. As you twist, feel a sensation in the abdomen. A shearing twist, you might feel this more in the hip, on top. Option to bend the left knee underneath and hold the left foot with the right hand. This might take you a little deeper into the shape. If it pulls you out, if you lose the sensation in our target, then go back to where we were. Deeper does not always mean better. Exhale, twist. Change, release the grip on the foot. If we went there, draw the abdomen in, knees back to center, hugging them in once more. We keep the left knee hugged in, right leg comes down, right hand guides the left knee across to the right, left shoulder, left arm on the floor. Exhale, twist, feel that spiral sensation in the abdomen or the spine. If we went there before, maybe we do it on this side. Bending that right knee on the bottom, holding the right foot with the left hand, shoulders both on the floor. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Change, unravel, draw the abdomen in, taking any few final movements the body might ask for. Might be rocking side to side, anything at all. Coming into final savasana, final rest, soles of the feet come down. Maybe extending the legs. The legs and arms can be close to the body, or they can be sprawled out wide if that's more softening for you. The invitation is to close down the eyes. With your exhale breath, a full body softening, a letting go. Noticing the air as it enters and exits the body. The energy of the inhale, that uplifting sensation, the pause, and then the pivot, the letting go of the exhale, the softening, back to a pause, and the pivot toward an inhale. Staying with the breath in its entirety. Watching the changes with it. belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. As always, feeling free to stay in Savasana as long as you need. This is your practice. This is your space. You might choose to invite movements so small into the toes and the fingertips. These movements might increase into circles of the wrists and the ankles. Letting whatever movements the body is asking for to wake back up. You might feel lovely reaching the arms overhead as you stretch the legs in opposite directions. And once again, softening down to the floor. Taking the time, if you choose, to come to an upright seat. We keep the eyes closed down as we transition. Noticing where the legs, the sit bones come into contact with the ground or any props. You might bring the hands to the heart space as you bow the head. And once again, taking your awareness to the breath. Notice the air as it enters and exits the body. Knowing that you can always come back to this peace, this stillness, when you connect with that breath. See that wisdom within yourself. I thank you very much for letting me guide you. Thank yourself for taking the time, self-care, for filling up your cup. A beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.